Our meeting, wedding, and early years. I first met Eileen when a friend asked me to escort her to a football game at Florida State during our freshman year. It didn't take me long to decide that I wanted to make the fill-in role a permanent one. Eileen was a little Cuban firecracker and a village vamp, official university hostess, and she made their uniform little black dress seem like high fashion. When I was injured playing baseball, Eileen came to the campus infirmary to visit me. She laid her head on my chest, and I knew at that moment that she was the one.
And Bill, he was in some of my classes, and I was intrigued when he was carrying my books across the campus. God's divine providence was truly at work. I admired his integrity, honesty, and his attentiveness to me.
We were both young when we got married. We had very different personalities and backgrounds, but we shared our faith and a sense of adventure. I remember I lost our marriage license before the ceremony, and I forgot to make any hotel reservations for our wedding night.
We winged our way to Jamaica for our honeymoon, and then started our new life together, 3,400 miles away in Seattle.
We bought a new car, overloaded it with stuff, and headed to the opposite corner of the country. I thought I was starting a long career as an engineer, but we both quickly learned that life is what happens while you're making plans.
When Boeing collapsed after only 3 years, I remember telling him, "Do whatever you want. I want to stay for a while." I had been given a chance to work in child welfare department. Bill started freelance writing, which led to a lifelong career in journalism.
Well, the last one to leave Seattle, please turn out the light.
Our children. After 6 years of just the two of us, we threw ourselves into our roles as new parents, birthing classes, parenting classes. I wanted to be with Eileen during the labor and deliveries. These were 3 of the most awesome, intense moments of our married lives. And as they grew, the kids gave us thousands of smaller moments of joy. To play catch in the backyard with your son, to have your daughters run to you for a hug when you get home from work, to cheer at their games. All those little things make memories that last far longer than the struggles we went through.
I can see it in your eyes, I'm happy in knowing that you're having my baby.
Mark, Celeste, and Carmel, they're so precious to me and so very generous. I will never forget the day when Mark came home one day after his paper route, and he was so proud, and he announced that he was going to pay for pizza. Those are precious times for me. How I love the way Celeste blocks out time to help me with special projects. I especially admire Celeste, the way she is not materialistic, sticks to a budget, and saves for what is important. Now Carmel takes me under her wing and graciously teaches me the tech stuff, phones, computer know-how. She's always there for me. I feel so blessed with each of them. My heart swells with joy.
In the first 25 years of our marriage, we moved 17 times. From Tallahassee, Florida, to Seattle, Washington,
To Tampa, Florida.
to Winter Haven, Florida,
Orlando, Florida.
to Miami, Florida,
Louisville, Kentucky.
to Bowling Green, Kentucky,
Elizabethtown, Kentucky.
to Somerset, Kentucky,
Buffalo, New York.
to Akron, Ohio,
Tampa, Florida again.
Troy, Michigan,
Atlanta, Georgia. Because of the many moves, we didn't have family close by, but what amazes me is how wherever we went, we found family.
Life doesn't offer many instant replays. People change, circumstances change, but we've been offered the opportunity to relive the joys of raising children through our 8 grandchildren. Once again, I've been blessed to be able to rock an infant to sleep, to take the little ones out for a milkshake or a movie, to cut flowers from my garden for them to take home to their mommies, to help the older ones get ready for college.
Do you know many teenagers that want to be with their grandparents? Rachel and Renee do. They call us to spend the night, study for a test, practice for a presentation, just to go out. And what fun I have taking Savannah to Stone Mountain or to a park. She'll say, "Grandma, let's go for a walk." And then she'll pick dandelions along the way. "Here, this is for you." Keeping up with Charlie is another story. He's all boy, running, climbing, and ordering us all around. And that Skylar is a real charmer. "Can I have a sleepover, Grandma?" With Elise and Nika, we have traditions of playing cards, reading stories, and singing my songs at bedtime. And yes, Caleb joins in too. I admire his integrity and the way he stands up for his beliefs. Family is the key to truly experiencing the joys life has to give, and I am so grateful for all my family.
Ever since that first long trip to Seattle, we've enjoyed being companions on the journeys. We love spending the time together planning for our trips, and even more so, we enjoy the totally unplanned experiences we get once we arrive.
In Spain, we rented a car, headed north from Madrid to find my ancestry. Through the snowy Pico de Europa to locate my paternal grandmother, and in Fiesto for my maternal grandparents. I was awed by the cathedral at Compostela and the castle in Bayona. And in Cuba with my sister Elsie and cousin Leslie, we experienced our heritage.
Together, we've solved the mazes of the Paris metro, hunted for bootleg liquor in the villages of Galicia, Spain, gotten our canoe blown into a marsh near Destin, Florida, jumped into an invitation-only tour of the Louvre, and received a bonus boat tour of the canals of Venice. We've been awed by the art we've seen at the Prado in Madrid, the Musée d'Orsay and the Musée Rodin in Paris, and the Kunsthistorische in Vienna. We've been inspired and humbled by God's houses in Notre Dame de Paris, Chartres, Toledo, St. Peter's in Rome, and the Cathedral of Mary, Queen of Angels in Los Angeles. The joys of a long marriage. One wonderful blessing from all our moves is that we have made and kept friends all over the country. Throughout the years, we've shared our struggles and triumphs with Houston and Ann,
Bill in France,
Bud and Pat,
Barb and John,
Joe and Martha,
my best friend Jackie,
Catherine and Steve,
Bruce and Judy,
and so many others. And we acquired a special set of friends in the ministry called Marriage Encounter. We have been privileged to witness many miracles, and we shared those unforgettable moments with amazing couples like Frank and Chris,
Bob and Marianne,
Jim and Karen,
Tom and Catherine,
Rich and Karen,
Terry and Sue,
Paul and Dawn,
Bob and Jenny,
Father Greg,
Father Tom,
Monsignor Ed, and so many others.
Our 50-year journey has been grounded in faith. Everywhere we've gone, we have put our Lord first. The beauty and richness of the Catholic Church is that the liturgy is the same all over the world. You are never a stranger.
In a marriage, one and one make more than two. Eileen and I are still individuals, but our relationship is bigger and more important than either one of us. We are striving to live a relationship that is a reflection of God's love for all of us.